Welcome, everybody, to the Initiative Order, and welcome to Vault. This is a Fallout RPG set in the Texas Commonwealth in 2177. My name is April Hill. I am the overseer for this campaign. We play every Monday night, only for a couple more sessions, every night, Monday night at 6:30 p.m. Pacific here on the Initiative Order. And yeah, if you're interested in getting into your own wasteland shenanigans, you can pick up the Fallout RPG by Modiphius. Before we jump into tonight's game, let's go ahead and meet our wonderful players. We will start with Ash.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, friends. I am Utahime, and I play Ash, the Crusher of Bones, here on this lovely show that we're putting on for you guys. You can find me on the social medias at Utahime Cosplay, and that's Facebook, Instagram, here on Twitch, where I will be streaming tomorrow back on my own channel, thank goodness, at 3 p.m. Pacific time, so you can see me playing some Dead by Daylight over there. And you can also catch me on Twitter at Brianna DeCoster. I'm starting to post regularly these days on there, so definitely check it out for updates on some upcoming fun things that are going to be going on. And you can catch me this Wednesday on that_D'Angelo's channel on Tayar, which is political D&D campaign. It's been getting really, really spicy over there, so definitely check it out. But I won't continue taking the airtime because it's other amazing players that must be introduced. So let's go. Get wasted.
Then drop it over to the widow, Peggy Sue.
Well, hi, everybody. Taryn Hackett, also known as Val Rook, also known as Peggy Sue, also known as the Widow. And I am a generally creative human, eldritch entity who feeds on the torment of my friends. And I'm a dice maker under the moniker of Umbral Oculus Dice. That's UO_dice on the Instagram, or Ko-fi.com/UO_dice. I do have dice in stock right now in my shop. And if you want 10% off, you can enter in discount code INITIATIVE to get a 10% off of a full set. And you can do those 6. You can check me out on the Red Hair Inn every other Tuesday, playing Eden, a druid who's a Simonin role, over at, on the Red Hair Inn. And then starting back in a couple of weeks here in the Initiative Order, Far Realms will return to continue feeding off of the torment of my best friends. But that's me.
Dace. And the ghoulish, charismatic wastelander, Cyrus.
Oh, hey. What can I say? It's Jay, Casual. You can find me on all social media at Just2Casual and Casual Creativity over on Twitch. We're getting back into the flow of things, getting streaming up and going for gaming, D&D, and also world building for my very own anime-inspired TTRPG, Deep Breath. We just started our official wave of playtest experiences to get some people, to flush out some mechanics and everything. It is the anime-inspired urban fantasy setting where the old world of magic meets the new world of technology in this beautiful experience of it all. You can find out more information at Deep Breath RPG and the website deepbreathrpg.com. That's DEEP bread, THRPG.com. And I'm obviously the charismatic ghoul that's going to change the world for the better, and no one can tell me otherwise. You're welcome, and thank you for your time.
Then we're going to drop it over to the gunslinger of the West, Marcus Cole.
Hello, my name is Justin, and I do play the Slinger of Guns, Mr. Marcus Cole. I don't know about the West, because as far as Marcus is concerned, there's only Texas. So it's hard to say past that, but he'll take it. He'll take it.
I mean, yeah. Okay, and now we've got, of course, Tipper. Is she human? Is she a robot?
Is she your dream date come true? I'm just kidding. I don't know how to follow Mr. Marcus's act, but I am Alicia Marie. You can find me on socials at Alicia Marie Body. I am a custom maker and RPG performer, and sometimes I talk about fitness, but sometimes I don't. Tonight, of course, I am playing Tipper. She's a synth, but she's not a handy synth because she's not handy at all. She's just very smart. And she rolls with this crew. And we're just here to see who we're going to blow up this week.
Oh, and if you missed it, spoiler alert, if you did not watch Champions of the Realm, close your ears now. Spoiler alert. The champion of this round was, in fact, Alicia Marie. She took Navarre and pulled down. So we just need a little bit of, a little bit of moment for Alicia right there, because that was impressive. Just saying.
I will say this. I'm going to say this. The Champions of the Realm is actually the match between Anna Prosser and Mark Mirror is Wednesday. So we'll see what happens there too. It's interesting because it's one of those things where like it really comes down to the dice, because everybody's playing at the level we play this game. Like everybody role plays, everybody's in it. Everybody kind of knows what they're doing with the character, but then the dice just sometimes plays with you and sometimes it says F you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But this week it definitely came to play with
yeah.
borrowing. So
Speaking of who came to play or die, we'll see. Ronan Fox, aka Pharaoh, or Charlie, the Pharaoh Fox.
Woo!
Hey, what's up? I'm Ronan Fox. I am the Howard Hughes of D&D. Don't look me up. You can't find me. I quit all that. But I'm here, and you can also find me on the Red Hair Inn every other Tuesday. Play a wizard in that game. And I will be in Far Realms whenever that starts back up. And tonight I am playing. Listen, you guys are going to have to suspend your disbelief, okay? Because you got to picture this being hideous, which good luck. So that's all I'll say.
Yes, picture the Burning Man. And for those familiar with Fallout, the Burning Man. So Charlie is basically covered in bandages and looks like a walking, living, breathing mummy. With handsome eyes, I guess. All right. And of course, we want to thank our wonderful sponsors. All right. Of course, Taryn just told us about Umbral Oculus dice. So you're going to want to check that out because they're amazing and sharp and beautiful and custom. You will not, no one will have a set just like yours. So they're beautiful. We love them. Okay, Session Zero Clothing. Of course, they make D&D inspired streetwear where you can use the code ORDER at checkout for 15% off. Norse Foundry, where you can get some artisan dice. Use the code TIO15 at checkout for 15% off. Roaming Player Gear, and you can use the code Carnaby20 for 20% off the Dice Tower Dice Tray combo set. Mithril Armory, who makes these beautiful 10-hedral dice and some other really cool dice, as well as some really cool D&D streetwear as well. And thank you so much, Eric. Eric's birthday, Eric Bra is in the chat, and Eric's birthday is Thursday. So you're going to want to check out Eric's happy hour stream that he does on his channel every Wednesday, where he just chats and drinks beer and has a fun time. So happy birthday, happy early birthday, Eric. And thank you for the bits. We do appreciate the bits and subs. Those go towards the channel and making all these wonderful streams across the initiative order. But if you want to tip the players directly, you can do so by clicking our Ko-Fi link below. And we split those anytime we get them. So we really appreciate it. All right. Okay, I guess everybody just grab a drink, grab a flask, grab a friend, grab a snack, and let's get ready to get wasted. And we're
Or-
Then
back.
Hmm?
What were you
What?
saying? What?
Nothing. I was just finishing about the guitar and getting it out of the drain.
Wait, what?
He's making innuendos, and for those of you that
Oh,
don't
thank you,
know.
everybody that's showering us. Oh my gosh, we got a hype train going. Thank you, everybody showering us. This is hype train. Choo-choo. Perfect. Because we are steamrolling into another episode of Vault. All right, so last week, the Wastelanders put Sunset, Texas, and Ashley Quintana in their rear view and headed towards Dallas, Texas to annul or divorce or whatever, put to rest Peggy Sue's husband, who now is the leader of the Cowboy Raiders. So they do get there, and they're met with the outside of the walls. There's a barricade of sorts outside of the main area of the Raider base camp. And it's a bustling little settlement outside here. There are several satellite settlements just outside the protection of the walls. You don't really see any of the raiders out there. All of these look like common folk that just are here trying to make a living. You find a couple of shops and enter into the one that looks like it's got some nice armor and weapons. And the person, this little old lady, it's coming up on her 100th birthday. She recognizes one of you. It is Tersa Gills. I think I said it right this time. Tersa Gill. It's her daughter.
Yeah.
She survived. She survived this whole time. Ash sees the number on her vault suit. Vault 42, the same vault she came out of, the same vault she experienced all of these nightmares, all of this testing, all of this abuse from. Now, Marie says that that's not what they were about. She and her mother were wonderful overseers. They loved their people. But something happened about 30 years ago. The robots started acting strange. There was strange code that she couldn't fix. The robots started killing people and separating them into groups. They opened the vault and let more like them in and then sealed them off. She saw these people being killed, her people being killed, and she tried to hack her way into getting the robots to respond to her and stop this madness, to no avail. And they were beating down her overseer door. So she used her emergency escape hatch, donned a hazmat suit with oxygen, and set out for freedom to try to get away, to maybe come back, go get help if there was help out there, and come back to save her people. But alas, she was a 70-year-old woman out in the wasteland, and nobody believed her. She said there were lights in the sky that were beaming down and evaporating things, and people trying to escape. She said there were robots after her trying to attack her. Nobody believed her. So she made a quiet life for herself, doing what her mother and her father taught her best, to be an amazing engineer and roboticist. And then she meets Tipper, who looks exactly like her mother, and she's in disbelief. And they're having a moment, but Ash is overcome with anger and cannot take it. And after a couple of violent outbursts, has to leave. The rest of the group meets up with her, and they all console her and support her. Tipper gets a few more answers about what happened. And Tipper eventually leaves and finds Ash. And their friendship isn't broken. Their friendship has grown deeper than the pasts that could have driven them apart. And now they're stronger together. And they're going to figure this out together. And now the time at hand, they meet a woman who looks like she knows a lot about what's going on everywhere. She's been listening to everything. And she tells you all that, well, she doesn't know a Charlie Fox, but she does know a Pharaoh Fox, and he's the leader of the Raiders here. And you all plant some information, ask for her help to get the information out that the widow, who even this woman didn't know, had been married to Charlie Fox, to get the information out that the widow was here and she wanted to talk. So she does so. You all go to bed that night, plan on getting up in the morning, get some modifications on your weapons and some armor, which of course Marie gladly does so. She gladly helps everyone with. And it seems Dolores has done her job and then some. The whole town is talking about the widow coming for Pharaoh Fox. So it's a little after the morning, and you all find yourselves in town. What would you like to do?
First and foremost, it should be noted that Peggy is wearing a red flannel and not her signature dress. She's wearing a red flannel and some cutoff shorts. She's still wearing her boots though. But yeah, no, she's and her hair is like kind of pulled back in like a bun, and it's like up under her hat a little bit. Like you can still, I mean, you know, it's not obvious that she's hiding her hair, but she's definitely kind of hiding her hair, just making that. It's a little too signature.
I think Marcus is going to copy that look.
The cutoff shorts.
Cutoff shorts
And the shirt and the hair.
The shirt, the whole.
Like tied?
He's got. Marcus may have longer hair than. No, he doesn't. He has long hair.
No.
He's going to get that thing up in a bun, man bun, opposite, up under his hat as well. He likes the look.
Okay.
Although, I mean, I don't think I have shorts. I'll have to cut my pants. So it's a full.
Some jorts.
It's a full commitment. No, he's not gonna do it. I only have the one pair of pants. I'm not gonna cut them. But Marcus is impressed with the look. He's impressed with the look.
Her leather leg stuff is still obviously there too, but she has donned new attire as to not be super obvious.
Okay, well, Tipper sees this, realizing she didn't get the memo, and she decides to take Peggy's wedding dress and put it on with her vest over it.
So in the morning, you see Tipper. You're coming out, and you see Tipper in your dress.
Okay.
It fits.
It does, like a glove. It looks very flattering on you. Do be careful with that.
What?
Well, one, my mama made it. Two,
Okay.
if they're looking for the widow, you're wearing.
They'll think I'm the widow?
Mm-hmm.
Ash, not a good look.
I mean, it looks stunning, but I don't want you to get shot.
Oh, but I was so excited about putting it on because you weren't wearing it today. I've never had anything this like frilly before.
Yeah, I say just let her wear it.
I concur. It looks really good.
It does actually.
I just want to see the results of her wearing this around town, honestly.
Will your people recognize the dress from the wedding?
Somebody would.
Somebody being the one.
I mean, then it's the faster,
That is true. I mean,
it just speeds up the process, so it's fine.
Wasn't the plan to head out of town? You laid a trap.
I guess that's a thing, right? We should probably.
Isn't
Yeah,
that what
it'll look like you're walking. We can work with this.
Didn't you
Wait,
tell
so I
the-
can't crush anybody's bones? Like
Not
that's
yet.
no,
not-
no.
that's not-
Didn't you?
No, we
Didn't you
just
tell the
don't.
rumor spreader that
They
the
were
widow
coming
when
in.
the widow
Yeah.
was in a certain location that was not here?
Yeah, that they were coming this way.
Okay. Well, that was a
So-
very good trap.
Well, it was kind of a spur of the moment thing, and I really didn't want it to be like, hey, I'm here. Because then, I mean, if they knew we're here, they're just going to show up and shoot me in the face.
Listen, as long as I can beat the crap out of somebody and let some of
That's
this out, that's all I care about.
The other thing is, do we want a bunch of collateral? Do we want to just take it outside of town? Or do we want to look like raiders again?
Well, I think Tipper is already on to a good plan here. We just have her walk through town wearing the dress.
Yeah, I agree.
While we don't walk near her, be away from her, and then see what kind of attention she attracts.
You know, that works because I can keep a distance and I can aim like a motherfucker. Let's go there.
I mean, we'll be close by, obviously, Tipper. Not going to leave you off by yourself, but we won't be
No.
visible per se. You know.
Oh, that Marcus.
Once a year, I tend to have one good idea.
Sure. If you
I have a
insist.
question. I have one more question.
Mhm.
Are you gonna recognize him, Peggy?
I think we all will recognize him.
I think we will.
Hideously
'cause
burned.
He's,
You will.
he's Actually, that's a good point. Do y'all have any questions for me before we go into this?
All I need is like a signal or like something for who I can hit, who I'm not supposed to hit, so I can just do the thing.
I mean, if it's
So-
one of the raiders, you can probably hit all of them. There's probably a bounty on each and every one of them. We can turn that shit in and get some
Alright.
money.
Now, am I breaking his kneecaps so it's easier for you guys, or how are we going to do the thing when we see this guy?
Have at it. I feel like it's going to be a little more challenging than we think. And so, you know what? If
Nah.
you just go ham.
The
I
only
know.
thing I ask, Ash, is that you don't get too far ahead of me, because I need to stay to one side of your hip. So
Just a hip. That's all
one
you
side.
need for cover.
One
It's
side.
really specific.
One side. I'll position myself whichever, if they're on the right, I'll position myself on your left hip.
I mean, I
However
think
you want to do it.
I would like to get one sarcastic remark in on him before he's dead, but
Well, hence that's why I said if I break his kneecaps, he can't move anywhere.
Well, we can always
Usually talk
bring
to
him
him,
bring him back to
bash him in the
consciousness
head.
if we were
Yeah.
to, beat him too badly.
Yeah.
I just don't think we should underestimate this guy because I know Peggy would not marry a complete idiot. And if he managed to survive being burned alive,
Well, he had some help. I must admit that he may have had some help in that.
We'll be
Without his
playing
helpers,
music.
Which is why I
Very
can
loudly.
attest to, if he is down, you can bring him back. I've seen it done,
my whole
literally to this
you.
person.
Well, listen,
hate
I'll
you
leave
so
the
fucking much.
limbs intact. I won't rip them from his body, but I can at least crush his arms and his legs, and then that
Yeah.
way it's.
wait a
easier.
minute.
That seems fair.
I just,
Sugar will be playing his guitar louder and louder as the conversation continues on.
And we just
Yes.
Marcus will just keep speaking louder and louder.
Ash definitely would.
So are you having this Are you guys having this conversation in
100%. 100%.
in the in your rooms or
Oh
in?
no! Oh no! Wherever public can be, we're
If
I'm,
it's the
Yeah,
hallway-
exactly.
If it's the
Yeah.
hallway where we
We're
were
right
like,
out in
all
public.
running into each
Yeah.
other.
we're pulling a tipper.
Okay. And you are wearing her dress, Tipper?
Yes.
yes. She's been very excited to actually have a chance to put the dress on because she's admired it from afar for so long.
It's very lovely, like hand crocheted lace, and it's just like it's really nice. There are like little beads woven in a couple places. There's a little blue bead on one side. Yeah,
What kind of collar is it? Like, is it-
it's kind of like a heart shape. So I mean, it's very flattering, but you can hardly ever see it because it's always covered under the.
Is it
SBSL jacket.
covered in blood at all? Or
No,
you kept it
actually, it's
clean?
very clean. It's very clean. For the wastelanders, is kept very pristine. It's the only thing that was clean about Peggy's outfit.
Fair
Rest
enough.
was
Everything
already
else is dusty as shit. Yep.
All right. Well, Tipper, maybe you get to walking and we'll get to following. We'll see what happens.
Right.
Yes, Sugar, you can stop now.
Sugar will bring the volume down, but not by like much, like maybe a quarter lower.
Funny.
Sugar doesn't look how he used to look and would not be recognized but for his voice and music. So there is a thing here where we could be right in front of him and not recognize him. That's the only thing that worries me.
I think the severe burns, or the fact that he's going to be covered in wrapping of some kind to cover his hideous burns, will be our tip-off, Tipper.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna be dead ass ugly. It's gonna be real easy to pick.
What was he that way before you married him?
No.
All right, everybody feel fed.
Did the burns improve his overall physical appearance? I guess is what I'm asking. I saw the after. I can't speak to the former.
No.
Okay. I mean, for a burned individual, I thought he looked rather sharp.
He was rather sharp looking. That's. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could see the bone structure, literally.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
God. Not that it's a bad thing, Sugar.
Hold on.
What?
All right, Sugar. So do you want to just explain if this is a little bit much? Do you have an objection to the way that we're about to carry out this plan? If so, speak.
I don't have an objection at all. You're just doing a lot of round and rows, and we just need to go in the most appropriate way of like we usually do. Talk our way to as close as possible, swing a hammer, shoot a bullet.
Now he's talking like he got some sense. All right, let's go.
That is a cunning plan.
After you, Sugar Shack.
Oh, if that's the way we want to go about it.
So we're abandoning the Tipper.
No.
Walking down the street plan.
We're paving the way.
That can still work for the plan. Have Tipper and Sugar go to the front. We're behind. There you go. Done.
I like it. The behind part I like a lot. Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna walk out that door and get shot.
Obviously. Yeah.
We're about to get ambushed, but it's fine. Go ahead.
And you guys look over and Tipper's staring into a random piece of glass somewhere doing this. It's like, I wonder what it would be like to be a bride.
I guess you're gonna find out soon enough.
Well, from the only experience any of us have, apparently it involves a lot of fire.
Yep.
And quite a bit of death.
Okay. All right.
Good thing you're not a normal person.
Exactly. I've always thought that.
Yeah.
All right. So in the early morning hours before this conversation happened, Charlie, you're asleep in bed alone. You've had a long day, just being the leader of the Cowboy Raiders. But a knock comes to your door.
Yes.
Early morning hours. Boss, I'm really sorry, but I have some information you might want to know about. It's Nux at your door.
Say again.
Okay. I got some information that you might want to know about. It probably can't wait till morning, sir.
Fine, go ahead, but it better be good, otherwise I'm going to kill you.
Well, sir, there's somebody that's here, and got some information. It's somebody called the widow. You know that lady that goes around and has been bounty hunting all over the world. For some reason, she's out here wanting to talk to you, wanting to meet up with you and cause a ruckus or something, sir.
The widow?
Yes, sir.
Name.
Apparently somebody said she used to be married to you or something, sir.
Say again?
Yeah, this lady, the widow, she was apparently married to you or something. I didn't know that you had ever been married, sir. She's come a-calling, looking for you, and
What does she look like?
I don't know. It's just talk around town right now. I ain't seen her myself, or nobody's really talking about it. I mean, most I know is she's wearing a wedding dress or something.
All right. Yeah, I was married once. Send some people around. Keep eyes on them.
All right. Don't want me to do anything else. Just keep an eye.
I want to know. Let me see their hand a little bit first. If they make a move, let me know.
Yes, sir. Sorry to wake you up again.
Yeah, don't do that again.
Thank you so much, Raiders. Thank you again. We really appreciate it, Lawful Stupid, for the raid. We've only got a couple of episodes left of Vault, so you're watching the final episode. So thank you so much for tuning in and joining us tonight in the Wastelands. All right, so Nux heads back. You can hear his footsteps retreat and the creaking of the boards underneath as he leaves. He leaves your dwelling place that you are alone in. Is there anything in particular would you be going back to bed?
No. So
What was that?
No, not at all. So a little bit of panic ensues. Is there, I would imagine I have a couple places that I can get a good vantage point of the city. And I would like to try to make my way there as inconspicuously as possible.
Okay, after you hear Nux leave, so the compound of the Dallas Cowboys Raiders is basically what's left of the old stadium, and it's been reinforced with bits of corrugation, various pieces of lumber, car parts, everything like that. It's made into a huge wall basically around the rest of the crumbling stadium. So you would be able to get up into like the announcers boxes and the really high, so those would still be available up there. Some of them have been turned into establishments and bars and stuff like that, just for your Raiders. But yes,
Actually going to do one different thing. So instead of going to look at them, because I did send people out, I'm going to go ahead and make preparations, I guess is probably the best way to describe that.
okay. You will begin to round up some of your crew to discuss what's going on. How much would you let them know about why this person is here, or would you just be giving them orders for them to follow?
Yeah, no details, unless they are already privy to that. There may be a couple people that may know something, but otherwise no. Yeah, okay. Otherwise it would just be do this.
All right, I will not divulge your plans in RP, just in case. But in these early morning hours before the Wastelanders have even woken up, this information has gotten back to you, and you have made plans. Heading back, Wastelanders, y'all are heading out to the destination point, the choke
And
point.
we already had our weapons and
Oh,
armor, correct? That we picked up
yeah.
from the shop.
Yes. Yes. Is there anything in particular you would want to? Marie she would have given it to you herself. I see. I worked on this myself, and I promise that it's good quality and it won't fail you. Your friend told me a little bit about why you were so upset. I apologize. I wanted to go back, and I understand why you were so mad. I wanted to go back. Nobody would believe me, and I was 70 years old at that point. I'm sorry that I failed you. You were one of my people before you were even born, and I'm sorry that I failed you.
Yeah, well, I'm doing this new thing, I guess, personal development, whatever you want to call it. I accept your apology. I guess I can't be as harsh on you, given the fact that I also, too, had to run away. I felt like a coward for years. So it'd be kind of hypocritical for me to just judge you based on that. Especially if what you said is true.
If you don't mind me asking, how long ago? I mean, I left 30 years ago. How long have you been out? You look like a grown woman.
I escaped when I was 18. I'm in my 20s now, so yeah. Takes a little bit longer for those wounds to heal. Sometimes the ones you don't see.
So there still might be people in there alive. Then if they didn't kill everybody after I left, there's people that survived still in there, possibly.
It's hard to try to have hope out here in the wasteland. But given that you somehow made it out, and so did a buddy of mine, I can only hope that others did too.
Well, if you ever decide that you want to maybe go back and see, you got Tipper here, and looks like you got a good group. If you ever decide that you want to go and try to save them, I'll do everything in my power to help you out. I don't have much, but got some radiation suits and some oxygen, and I can fix some of your weapons to up to this standard. If you can get our people out, I'd much appreciate it.
Ash will then take the super sledge that's been modified with the stun. She takes it and then she kind of switches it, the position in her hands, and then she tries to activate the stun. She turns it off. I'll handle it. Don't worry about it.
Thank you. Now, and you, Tipper, don't be forgetting about me. You better come back and see me again. And we got so much more we need to catch up on, okay?
Are you kidding me? This is not goodbye. This is just, I'll see you soon. And she leans in and gives her like this big hug and then pulls away and looks her in the face and is like, she's just happy that she's found like someone who actually is like family. And then she looks around and she's like, I know I had you modifying my sawed off. Who took it? Do you remember?
Oh, well, Felix was working on it. Felix might still have it in the back. I can get it for you.
Okay. But don't worry, we're just getting started. And Ash, I'm very proud of her. She's doing very well considering it's just a lot. It's a lot. I know.
Personal development or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So we have something to take care of. But when we're done with that, when we've handled that part of things, I'll come back. We'll come back.
But you should really thank her because I almost took your head off your shoulders. So, yeah.
Oh, I was expecting it, and I wouldn't have blamed you for one bit.
Well, I'm glad I didn't. So.
Don't take it personally. She almost took my head off the first time she met me too. So it's just a sort of thing.
I almost took off more than that. Several times, actually. Yeah.
I suppose that's good company to keep out here in this hellhole life we live.
Definitely.
She grows on you. Kind of like mold. Yeah.
That's a compliment. That's what we call a compliment in this circle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. You get it. All right. Well, we will go do what we got to do. And we will see you soon. Right, Marie?
I'll be here.
Y'all ready? You got your stuff?
Yeah.
Marcus, why do you look so sheepish all the time, Marcus? What are you doing?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
He's just
Right.
upset because he's missing his hair washing, buddy.
Well, obviously.
And Peggy will turn briskly and walk out the door. I
don't
heard
know if I
that.
like this man bun thing you got going on.
No? All right. Marcus will take his head off and undo it and let the hair flow.
That's better.
Are those booty shorts? Is that really appropriate for this trip?
They are on me.
Not you. I'm talking to him.
Marcus has
Oh, he doesn't have
pants on.
booty shorts.
Marcus has pants on. Thank you very much. If he would wear,
He copied your whole outfit.
He would. I would wear them, but I decided I only had the one pair of jeans, so I didn't want to do a cut off on those.
Okay.
And I spent every cap. I spent every cap I had on upgrades. So
I just had a
couldn't get
visual
the
in my
shorts.
head.
If someone wants to buy me the shorts, I'll wear that in a whole circle.
Peggy will.
Shorts.
Dear God.
Marcus wears shorts.
Oh
Peggy
my
will
God.
make her way out of the shop and is immediately trying to see if anybody was watching them go there.
As you come out of the shop, there are a few people on the street that you didn't really see before. This is a very large settlement that is on the outside of the compound, but these people look a little bit rougher around the edges. These people, some of them have on old pre-war worn football helmets and football pads some over their dusters and their cowboy boots. And
Peggy will take her flannel and do the tie it up thing, and is going to walk with more sway as she walks down, and she's trying to make kind of a scene to distract them while everybody walks out, and is doing the strut, trying to kind of go down and draw attention a little bit before everybody just walks out that door. She's keeping an eye. She wants to put, I don't know.
Where's my gun, Marcus?
Never gonna find it.
be back up.
Yeah, I think it just loaded back up for me. Yep.
Sorry.
Okay, we're back.
Sorry about that.
One question. Are there windows or anything we can see out of inside this shop?
There would be, however, there would be a couple of windows and stuff, and a very large open window in the front. But some of y'all have already walked outside. But yes.
Well, no, I understand that. I don't. Ash and Sugar and Marcus are still inside, correct?
Yeah. Sugar didn't go out yet.
All right. Well, Marcus is going to motion for them to stop, so that Tipper can proceed alone for a little bit to perhaps attract more attention.
Yeah, Peggy will also kind of subtly motion to Tipper, come this way. She'll kind of go like this, stretching and waiting for Tipper to look, and then she's going to be motioning for Tipper to follow as Peggy kind of continues to side eye and strut down the street, very obviously wielding Ollie V over her shoulder. She's a girl in booty shorts with a big ass rifle walking down the street. But that is so trying to get Tipper to kind of follow just so that she can.
And Tipper definitely is watching Peggy, so she's just taking Peggy's cue because this is Peggy's thing. So she's definitely following Peggy's cues with this and loving the dress at the same time.
Like just swaying, like doing like little spins, like just so happy walking.
Ash will let Sugar leave the shop, and then we'll probably follow behind whenever he does decide to leave.
The shop does it have an alternative entrance?
Yes, there would be a back entrance that Murray would be comfortable with letting you out of if you so asked to.
Sugar will pack up the guitar, get the case on the back pack, and make their way out the back entrance with Lady.
Ash is gonna turn to Marcus. So are we just aborting our original plan now, or
well, the plan seems to have changed multiple times, but I do believe we're meant to be following Tipper.
yeah?
Right. Well,
that's what I thought, but
well, we can. I'm sure Sugar's got some idea about how to do that, but from here we can still see her, and then once she gets a little further down, we can leave the shop, see who. Maybe we can see if anyone's following her. There seems to be a few gentlemen across the street that seem to have taken some interest.
Yeah, I need some action to start soon because I'm getting a little antsy, if you catch my drift. So yeah, let's go. So Ash will start walking.
Okay, and we're going.
Yeah,
and we're going.
Just out the door to try to get behind.
So Peggy, are you trying to follow these people that are watching Tipper? Or are you going into the direction that you had planned and kind of made the rumor about?
Kind of in the general direction that they had made the rumor about. She's keeping it just enough distance to keep her eye on Tipper and on those people. Are they following, or were they just watching? As like we continue on, are they following?
You will see that one of them lags behind, and one of them follows not too close behind. He keeps his distance. So, but the other one leaves, and he looks, and you kind of lose sight of where he goes.
Can I kind of see a general trajectory of where that guy's following? Like, could I predict, like, is there like a sidewalk-ish path that he's walking?
He would, yes. So there would be a like paths and rows, almost like a street, basically, where you all are walking down. That has the rows of the shops and several various houses and whatnot. So this is just a long stretch of road that you all are going down, and he would be probably one zone back, so keeping his distance, so like a zone away.
Peggy will dip into like the nearest alley or whatever, and like, I mean, stealthily, like attempting to hide, like kind of signaling Tipper, like she points, letting Tipper know where she's going, essentially, but she like dips, just real fast to hide behind something.
Okay.
What did I see?
As we leave, obviously they're a little further away. Where are we at in position to the
dude?
I would say that you probably just watching and knowing that now who is watching them. You could be a little bit behind him, and then you see Tipper and you see Peggy walking down the street, and you see the two conversing. One of them dips off and the other one continues following, but they would just be, you'd be a little bit behind them.
So there's one following and one a little further back?
One that peeled off, and he's gone back, and you can't really, with the crowd and everything in the shops, he's gone. You're not really sure where he went.
There's two on the street, though.
But we only see one.
One left,
okay,
and disappeared into some of the shops and the crowds, and one is still following.
Okay.
Is he doing a good job of being like a little subtle, or is he like following us? You know what I mean? Is he trying to like?
Oh no, he's following you.
He is following. Okay, so Peggy dips into an alley quick, and Tipper sees her dip. So Tipper stops dead in her tracks, and she about faces and turns to the dude and is like, well, hi. I'm just a weary traveler here. I'm as thirsty as a frog in the summer. Can you tell me where a lady might get a nice cold drink?
That sure is a nice dress you're wearing there.
Oh, you like it?
Mm.
It was my mother's dress. Would you believe it?
Mother's dress, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What's your name, pretty lady?
What's my mother's name? I don't remember. It's been so long, I don't remember her name. It must be the weather or something. You ever had a pig's feet? You need to get you some if you never had it.
That's a pig's feet. Pig's feet.
What's your name? You from around here?
Name's Max.
Your name is Max? Timber says it loudly.
Ash turns to Marcus. God, we're gonna get killed today.
More than likely, but should we go and engage this fellow, or should we go looking for that other guy who disappeared?
Let's. I think Peggy probably is over there handling it.
Well, then
Let's
maybe
watch this unfold.
You watch. I'm gonna back up a little bit and see if I can't find that fellow that disappeared.
From the back exit of the building, is there a way to get to the roof of this building of sorts?
It's a 2-story like little apartment type. Well, not apartment, but 2-story little structure. So you could probably get up probably 30 feet up. So yeah, there would be.
I got climbing gear. It's okay. I'm gonna use that to try to get a vantage point to the roof. So when Sugar left, Sugar immediately tries to get to the top and survey everything going on, trying to pinpoint allies, these stalkers, and try to see if I can pinpoint anyone else of notable suspicion.
Sure. How far out were you planning to meet? Did you say that? How far out? You said just outside the settlement, a ways outside, a couple or a mile or so outside the settlement, or
I think that was the goal initially. But I think we were just kind of walking to see what happened. I would also like to note is like Tipper is having this conversation. Peggy is just as like she can see it crumbling. Peggy is slowly walking.
I think it's going swimmingly. I don't know what you're talking about.
Peggy is walking towards Tipper. Just as a general FYI, the moment that shit starts to go downhill, like she hears the accent and she's just like, oh hell, and so she's walking that way.
Interestingly, Marcus is walking away. As soon as he's walking the other direction, looking to see if he can see where this other fella went.
Okay.
Or
And Ash is just there, there in the
kabombs.
back with her sledge over her shoulder, just
Smart.
shaking her head, waiting for whatever to happen.
Okay. Then Sugar, you would see all of this going on with Tipper, with the conversation going on with Max. You're trying to spy where the other raider went, and it appears after like you're high up enough that you can see over some of the stacks and stuff, and you're trying to make out where he is. And Marcus, I would say the same for you if you're trying to follow him. Eventually you can spot him in the crowd where it's parting now as it gets closer to the wall. And it appears that there is a small door that you can see him at, that's on the wall to get into the encampment. And then you see him duck inside. Somebody opens the door for him. You see him duck inside. And Marcus, you would just see, like, you would get around the corner and you would see the door open, creak open, and he would come inside and it would shut. And you can hear like metal, like it's being barred closed again.
All right. I will keep looking at that area and see if any other individuals come out.
Okay.
Hey, Emmy, you're lagging behind there. Did you not want to go eat breakfast?
Oh, who's your friend here? I thought you were all alone.
No, she
Oh,
never
yeah.
travels alone.
Never, ever travel alone. I mean, I'm sweating like a whore in church here today, aren't I?
Well,
Yeah, you. Oh,
well, if you're thirsty, I can get you something to drink.
where do
This
you
here's my
recommend?
that part right there. We're just wondering who you are and what you're doing today.
And why you're following my friend?
Pretty lady out here in the wasteland. Ain't seen her before.
Oh,
What do you think a guy like me would do? Come say hi.
Are you
Valid
from
point.
here?
Yeah, you could say that.
What's that funny doodad on your head?
Protection.
Well, it looks real dopey. What you look like without it? I mean, you said there were a couple pretty
You ain't
ladies. I
finding
just thought
out.
you'd... Well, that's depressing. Then I guess we're gonna get on and get, because if we can't see you without that on, I mean, you're not putting a whole lot.
It keeps me protected when I'm getting into the some cowboy shit.
Cowboy shit,
What?
huh?
Yeah,
Cowboy shit. You know what? On second thought, let's go get a drink, honey.
where's the rest of your friends?
Oh, I don't know. We're all they're
Marville,
all
right?
They're going to do their own thing. They got some shopping or something to do.
We're just
Yeah.
traveling through.
Hmm.
That's all.
Hey, nobody
Any-
just comes traveling through here.
Anybody watching us?
Sugar. Sugar's watching.
Mind you, Ash is still technically not that far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's
Standing
Ash?
in the middle of
You
the
can see Ash's
street.
shadow,
I'm
just
just
like
in the middle of the street with my super sledge.
Okay.
No big deal. Blending
Peggy-
in with sand or
Okay, well
whatever.
then,
Living it.
as he has said cowboy shit in front of Peggy, Peggy kind of like just continues to look, and she's like, I've heard about some cowboy shit before, and she casually drops the rifle down that has a musket and just like lets it slide out of her hand and hit his boot in attempt for the musket to go through the boot.
Okay. It has melee properties?
Yep.
Okay, go for it. Roll for it.
But she's making it look like an accident because she's bringing the gun. I would like to point that out. I am making it look like an accident. Holy shit, that's 2 2s.
Okay.
But I don't have anything, so it's just 2 successes.
Okay. Yeah, so you drop it down and you hear a clink, almost like a metallic metal on metal, as he is wearing steel-toed cowboy boots. Huh. Better
Sorry about
watch
that. So
not
you
too
are
skilled
smart,
with a
babe.
gun, are you, girl?
No, I guess I'm a little clumsy. I'm still learning. It was my daddy's, so somebody stole my other one, so all I had was my daddy's, and eventually I'm gonna have to go get that one. But I'm not real skilled with this one.
How
Sorry,
close are
so-
they to an alleyway? Like, are they in middle street or more on a sidewalk?
We're like on the sidewalk, like we're kind of
Near a possible alleyway of sorts?
yeah. But yeah, you'll have to forgive me. I just don't know my way around a gun real well. At least not that kind.
All right. Well, you ladies take care now. All right.
Mhm.
Sure, I'll be seeing y'all around.
Well, hopefully next time you're a little more attractive without that damn thing on your head. And Peggy will just take Tipper's arm and turn around and start walking.
Bye, y'all come back now, you hear?
Okay.
And she
do
just
I
follows Peggy.
I don't really sound like that, do I? She's like
I
whispering.
don't know. I've just tried. I don't have a good a repertoire in my programming for Southern accents. I tried to think of I don't know what I was doing. I was trying to play it by ear.
Also, it's more scared than a cat on a hot tin roof. God damn, you're just like walking.
Where's
See you later,
Ash?
Peggy Sue. He says that
What?
as you both are walking off and chattering to yourself. He kind of shouts it back. See you later, Peggy Sue. And he continues walking out of town.
Wait, how close is he to? Because Ash is literally in the middle of the street.
Did I recognize this person?
No.
Okay.
But he continues. Ash, you would probably, I guess, one zone away. And because you were kind of like staying back and observing, unless you were walking closer after you see them depart. I'd say
Well, I was basically just like planted in the middle of the street, just basically waiting for something to happen. But would I have heard him basically say what he said? That's the question.
Yes, you would definitely, because he shouted it back as they were walking off, and then he took off in the direction that they had been going out of town, out of the settlement.
Okay, so he's not going towards me then.
No. He's going.
Oh, okay.
He's leaving.
Okay.
He's going out. In fact, Sugar, while you're up there, you're looking around. You're kind of like observing everything. You would see off a little bit to the west of this settlement, where there's just more barren land. You see a little dust cloud. And you see flashes of metal. You can't really see from this distance exactly what it is.
I have binoculars.
Okay. And Marcus, you would hear from your vantage point close to the wall, you would hear like this large metal scraping and creaking of a hinged door of sorts that's further off, but you can hear the echo of it as if some large door structure is being opened and then closed. Open and then that's it. Yeah, not closed, but opened. And you can hear possibly you would hear some kind of engine of sorts, very loud, but
Good.
off in the distance.
Good sign.
Is there any between town or wherever I'm at and the stadium and this sound? Is it just open land? Is there any obstacles or cover?
No, the settlement is basically right up against this large barricade of a wall. So they are right on the outside of it. Okay. It's kind of like they're like a barnacle on a ship, and they're just like being protected by the badness that's within of sorts. Like it's feeding off of them, like their protection. Basically, that's where they settled.
And then I'm keeping an eye on the door where I saw the individual going in. I'm going to head towards the sound of the door opening.
Sorry, I felt like I was
the large door and the engine.
The sound, it kind of echoed off throughout, so you can't really pinpoint. You just heard like this. It sounded very loud, but you can't pinpoint where the sound was coming from, but you heard it coming from inside the structure. Sugar, getting out the binoculars then, and looking through, you would see a very large Mad Max style school bus, with cages on the side, reinforcements on the windows, a big dome kind of structure on the top, with bullets riddled all throughout, a wedge on the front to plow, like with spikes coming out, and wooden posts and everything. That's how far your magnifying glasses or your binoculars would go. So you can't really see like people in it, but you can see the structure, and you can also see several other pre-war cars that look rusted and heavily modified, coming out of this door.
Ooh. And they're coming
Do I
out,
hear that?
heading out, or coming in?
Heading out. So you'd see about 3 cars and the large bus.
Do I hear rumbling?
Since y'all are in the thick of it in the street,
Not
probably
really.
not. Marcus would hear it because Marcus would hear what he heard close to the wall. And then Sugar is seeing what they're seeing because of the binoculars.
And is it coming out of town, heading a parallel to me, towards us, or complete other direction?
Parallel in at an angle. It's not directly towards you, but at an angle.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cutting us off real good. Yep. Good sign. Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna watch it to see, based on its motion, does it seem like one of those? It's coming to seal off town or leaving town?
Leaving. They're not coming toward you.
Okay.
They could take a direct trajectory toward you, but they are not.
Okay. Sugar's just gonna keep watching.
Okay. Peggy will do a stretch and motion, kind of looking back at Ash and is motioning forward. Well, okay, but really, next time we're gonna go over these sayings. We're gonna get this shit down if we're gonna do this. But any bright ideas on where the hell we should go? I guess we're just heading out of town, right? That was.
You want me to go after the wise guy?
No. Fuck that. Let's just.
I could always use, and she's gonna pull the 44mm out. She's like, I need some target practice. I mean, I've been training, so.
Well, the reason I say no is because if we shoot him, it was probably going to start some stuff. I really just wanted to make it look like an accident and cut one of his toes off for saying that stupid ass phrase. But I didn't take into account steel toes.
All right,
Let's not start shit just yet. We don't even know where Marcus is off to. Where's Sugar?
You didn't recognize that voice
He went out
at
back
all.
when we came out the front, so
I don't
know
think
where he's
so.
at.
I hope not.
Sugar's being sugar, you know.
Yeah, that's what they do. Little sucker.
Marcus, you don't see any movement at the wall. You don't see anybody coming in or out of that door. Sugar, you see them getting the caravan, as it were. They look like they are going out close to the destination where you all had said the widow would be, the rumor where you said the widow would be.
Okay. Sugar will go down the back, towards the back of the building to come out of the alleyway, assuming that everyone else is still in the streets.
Casually walking, if it were.
Oh, and as Sugar comes out, well, we've got one or two outcomes coming.
What's that?
Well, one, our target maybe has just left town to investigate personally whatever's going on, or has sent out quite the caravan to deal with it and is still in there. Or there is the hidden option 3, that this individual might be more clever than we'd like and might be sending a false caravan out there and got several more people remaining behind.
All of which are possibilities.
How clever was your friend?
Much as I hate to admit it, they were fairly clever. They just underestimated some people.
The smart thing would be to take the bait, or seem to take the bait, send a small group, keep reinforcements just in case an underhanded tactic is sneaking in. So I'd say that your friend might be more on guard than we'd like.
I would be too if I were coming.
So I feel like we should just knock on the door, say hello.
Yeah, Marcus, not being patient, is already heading towards the door to do that.
He said that for a reason. He said that because he knew we were going to come after him. So,
Okay.
Yeah. Do we know where Marcus? Do we know Marcus is at the door?
You not.
No,
No.
oh no, Mike.
Yeah, looking around, you're like, you don't really
R.I.P.
see Marcus. Cutting to inside the bus. Charlie, you have several of your band together inside this bus, and you are coming up to the destination spot where Peggy has been rumored to be. And as you pull up to the spot, some of your cronies get out from their vehicles, not the bus, but some of the other vehicles. They stop, they park, they get out, and they start scouting the area looking for anyone. And it doesn't appear that anybody's there. You don't see any signs of a campsite or that anybody has been there. It seems just an unused area, gas station out here.
All right. Turn all the vehicles around and just point them, and then at the back of the town, and just wait. They'll be in.
You sure about that, boss? Do you think? I mean, how many? Max said that there were like 5 of them, but you think they could have brought more? I mean, we heard the intel we had about something happened with the Desert Rangers. You don't think that they could have brought them here with them or something?
A good idea.
They couldn't have. You don't think they had Saffron? Didn't think of that though, did y'all? No, just kidding. You don't think they could have, have worked out a better deal with Saffron or something, or maybe she's coming out here to.
I hope she does, but no, I don't think so. Something tells me this is a bit of a renegade mission solely for yours truly.
And you, at this point, word has not gotten back to you that Saffron's dead. You have no information about this as of now. So you still believe she's alive. All right, boss, whatever you say. And you'll see Nux, he's like, rounds everybody up, gets everybody and starts shouting out orders to everybody to turn the vehicles about and set up.
I'm going to keep the bus pointed away, but all the other vehicles pointed towards.
Okay, so the other ones are pointed, so they all line up in a straight line, very Mad Max Fury Road, like just, and this line with all of the vehicles pointed toward the settlement, but the bus pointed away.
And I'm going to sit on the back of the bus with my feet dangling on the roof.
On the roof. Okay, perfect. All right. Okay, Marcus, you go to bang on the small door that you saw.
I do.
Password.
Well, I don't know the password.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, I'm here to perhaps offer.
If you want chems, go bother somebody else. We ain't selling them out at the door. You know that, junkie.
Doesn't want chems, but he spent all his money. Actually, no. I'm here to offer you something, and then if it's worthwhile, maybe you can offer me something in return.
I don't want whatever you're peddling. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, it's not for you, and I don't know why we're being so aggressive, but I have information on an individual.
Barking up the wrong tree, man.
I have information on an individual known as the Widow.
Man, we already heard about that.
Yeah, but do you know where she?
That mess she here.
Do you know where she is and what her plans are?
Yeah. Remember, that she's she wants to talk to Pharaoh Fox outside of town.
Well, that's
got a caravan going out there right now.
Well, that's
with her.
That's incorrect information. That's why I can help you.
He opens up this little hatch. What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I've been traveling with her for some months now, and I think I would know.
Who are you?
Marcus.
Am I supposed to know you?
No, I used to work with Saffron.
You with the Desert Rangers?
I got the name right? Yeah, I always get that name wrong.
You always say Yolanda. You say one of her other names.
Yolanda Bridget. Yeah, just realized it. I was once upon a time. I am no longer, which is why I'm here.
Well, if you ain't doing business with the Rangers, you sure as hell ain't doing business with us. He like slams the hatch closed again.
Well, that's your prerogative. I just don't know if your boss is going to be too keen when he finds out you turned away information that could help him. Marcus will slowly start to turn and walk away.
What information do you think that is so important that we need to hear?
Well, I don't know if it's important, but it is possibly valuable. She is not where you think she is. Your forces that are elsewhere are in the wrong location.
All right, I'll bite. Where the hell do you think she's at then?
Well, she's in town.
So much.
Obviously, she's in town.
The widow would risk the lives of all of these innocent people out here to talk to Pharaoh Fox.
Does the name widow not give it away? You're not the smart one, are you? They put you on the door because that's basically what you're able to do. I understand. I've met people like you before. But if you wouldn't mind, perhaps
there's someone. His shotgun, and you can see he sets the barrel like just on an inch out of the.
Sure, Marcus will step to the right of the people. Yeah.
Yep.
I could see Mama did raise a fool. So if you wouldn't mind getting somebody who perhaps is willing or able to carry on a conversation without resorting to violence, then I'd be happy to share the information. If not, then when the word is found out that you turned me away with this information, whatever happens to you, I think you'll know that you deserved it.
So what you're saying that he's that she's here in town, wanting to talk to him in town?
Well, no. She's here to kill him. You didn't get that with her name, the widow. I mean, how thick are you?
Oh, we're well aware of why she would be here looking for somebody. She don't go looking for somebody to talk to him.
Oh, if you know it all, then I'll be on my way. Hopefully, the information I have isn't important or valuable. For your sake, that is.
Thanks for letting us know where she's at. And she like slams the thing again.
All right. Marcus will turn and walk away.
Okay. That's what y'all get for being a game. Oh my gosh. Okay, Marcus, do you go try to find the rest of everyone else to let them know what you've been up to?
Yeah, I would say Peggy is still slowly kind of walking with the group, because them standing there would be really conspicuous, because low key trying to head enough to see if she can catch eyes on what, just from a distance, just enough to catch eyes on the scenario.
Okay, so Sugar, you told everybody what you saw? Oh, you're muted.
Which would be everything just before the lining up portion, I think.
Yeah.
When I came down.
Yeah,
Okay,
Peggy's just kind of she knows there's something about, so she's just trying to walk to where you can see oh, there's a bunch of spiky vehicles, just enough to make out that detail, basically.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to see. I mean, Sugar could point them out and you could see a reflection of some metal, but without the binoculars, if you look through the binoculars, you can see what Sugar was describing just a little ways off in the distance. And you can see there's about 3 or 4 cars or smaller vehicles, and then one large bus that's heavily outfitted.
Do I happen to see somebody dangling their feet off the damn back of the bus?
Can't see that quite. Can't see that far. Not quite that far.
And that's okay. I just was if she does happen to see that, it's.
So what's the range on a mini nuke again? Anyway.
Oh wait, don't you have that launcher?
We don't talk about that.
We don't talk
The junk jet.
We're
Oh
gonna
yeah,
talk
you got a
about-
missile launcher, but no missiles.
Right, which has been retrofitted to make my junk jet launcher. So
That's right.
I can
Yep.
launch a
Ooh.
missile if I can find one to put in there,
Or a teddy bear.
or an explosive teddy bear.
Or
No.
an explosive teddy and filled with cheese.
That's the
Before-
cheese is key.
So before, I guess either just as or right before Marcus walks up. So should we send somebody out that direction, or do we?
I volunteer. I'm getting kind of bored just waiting around here for something to happen. So
I mean, we can bring up your rear. Oh, look, there's Marcus.
I was not heading back.
Oh, you weren't heading.
Where are you going?
Well, with the information that he gave and the sounds that I heard, Marcus will, keeping an eye on the door, make sure that guy doesn't come out or anyone else doesn't come out, will begin making his way around town and towards that gas station.
To where they are at.
Correct.
Okay, perfect.
Well,
Fascinating.
Do we notice that Marcus is gone?
Oh yeah.
While you're looking and you're noticing all of this stuff, you don't see him yet walking that
What-
direction.
Idea then. I mean, Ash, if you want to, I mean, we could always send you and. I mean, Sugar. Just to be fair, you're a little bit better with your mouth and words and stuff.
I am pretty good with my mouth.
Teehee. Peggy giggles.
too much, too much.
We got a glint of the old sugar.
That
just
reminds me,
there
if we
a minute
survive
ago.
this, if we survive this tipper, we're gonna have to do
Yeah.
something about that accent modulator thing inside of you because
Oh, that's definitely gotta be fixed, too.
That was god
But
awful.
do you two want? If you two want to scout on ahead, I can hang back with Tipper, and then I can cover
Work on her accent.
that as well. You can listen to
Yeah.
how I curse, particularly.
Mm.
That's where my emphasis is, and we can
Yeah.
learn.
All right, I
Well,
like that idea. I like it.
And then y'all can give us the signal, and then I'll come in running with a grenade.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good to
Solid
me.
plan. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Would you actually recommend that, or are we?
Terrifying. As you all are conversing about this, you do see some dust kicking up from out on the backside of the settlement, and you see a figure. You can't really make out who the figure it is, who the figure is, but you see a figure like walking in the direction of the gas station, the abandoned gas station.
Oh hell!
What?
Sugar will pull out the guitar, plug into the Pip-Boy amp, and start playing my way over to the gas station.
Ash, are you going with him?
I thought we were going towards the vehicles, but apparently,
Because that's where the
they are.
vehicles are. Yeah.
is it?
Yeah, they're
It's
at
the
that.
other way. Okay, all right. All right. Well, he's leading the way, so yeah, let's do it.
And from afar, Tipper in tow, Peggy will is keeping a distance, and is being as stealthy as possible, but is following with cover fire.
So Sugar and Ash, you are leading the charge. Marcus is off in the distance. Y'all are leaving. You don't know where Marcus is. You're just kind of.
He's dead.
Yeah, we don't know where he is. He took off.
Seems,
For all we know, he's
seems
kidnapped.
accurate.
He might be
Yeah.
kidnapped in those buses. We don't know.
No,
Sure.
he's definitely dead.
Seems accurate.
You don't think? Okay.
He went looking.
Is there a road to this station, or is it just open?
There would be kind of like a worn path, like some old highway road where it's very broken off in places, but a lot of the grass and dirt has taken back over the landscape of it. But yeah, there would be.
Once I get out on this path, I will be slow walking there. I would like to pull out the sniper rifle that I have, just to use the scope, just to look at what I can see with that.
Yeah, you don't see your friends because you're not looking back at the town, but looking out with the scope, you see the 4 smaller vehicles and the 1 large bus that are decked out Mad Max style that are very close. They're just lined up next to the gas station where you all said you would be.
Okay. Is there any other path around to this station, or is it just one straight line? Is there like a
yeah, I mean there are several like torn down or not torn down, like crumpled houses that are dilapidated and falling in on themselves, but there'd be several like side streets and whatnot to get there. But for the most part, this is the one large structure that's still standing out there, and the rest of it.
On the off chance that they don't let me speak and they just run me down, I'm going to take that path, the solar path with cover, so I don't just get mowed down as soon as I show my face. And every now and then, whenever I have cover, I will take a look through the scope just to see if they're changing anything, or if they are also watching me with a scope of some kind, or if I can make that detail out. So that's what.
All right. Okay. Ash and Sugar, you see a little ways before you that same figure that was leaving town dip off into one of the side streets instead of the main road that like is leading directly to the gas station. And you can just make out the outline of a 10-gallon hat duster, but you see it far enough away. You'd probably guess that it's Marcus, but he's quite a bit away from you. And Tipper and Peggy, you follow behind. Back at the bus, Pharaoh Fox, you're just dangling and waiting, and you don't see any dust kicking up or anything like that, unless you're using any kind of visual aid to help see, or but you do hear off your radios, hey boss.
Yes.
And this is coming in over the radio. Guy came knocking on the door saying that the widow's in town. She ain't coming out there, and it was just a ruse or something. I don't know. He's talking about like she's coming here to kill you. Thinks she's gonna kill you, and I don't know, man.
Well, if she is, then she's gonna have to come out here, isn't she? And I look over at Knox, and is everything ready?
Yes, sir. Everybody's lined up and set up, and we got everything planned out just like you said. I heard what Max was saying. Should we, or not Max? Toast. What Toast was saying. Should we? I mean, have Plan B back up just in case they stayed in town or something, sir? Like you would know best. Should we send some reinforcements out there?
If they stay in town, we'll just blow it up. Then they'll have to come out here.
Yeah, well.
I'm the crazy one.
Yeah. Expendable. They're expendable. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Okay.
It was a joke. Just send a few people.
Okay. All right. And he'll get on the radio and relay this information back to the voice over the radio. All right, well, we'll send some couple people out and see if we can find anybody over there.
Let them know that we're here, though. They can come out.
Yes, sir. If they come back asking about anything, I will make sure that they head out your direction.
And then I'm going to hop down from the bus and sort of lean up against the back bumper and make sure my rifle's good.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
We're just walking up.
Okay, so y'all are continuing up. Marcus, you are kind of taking a stealthier route. Okay, so Ash and Sugar, you're playing as you approach.
Yes, Sugar is not being in the dead center of the road, but yeah, taking the obvious path there.
Okay, as you get closer and closer, Ash, and you're next to Sugar, you Charlie, back at the bus, you would hear music on the wind and you can start to see some figures approaching, but only two, getting closer and closer. And you can hear this music, this just on the wind, coming from what it would seem like these two figures that are coming closer.
Does Marcus also hear this music?
Oh yes, you would definitely hear this music.
Oh, muted.
I'm assuming someone there has binoculars, so I'm going to
Yes.
grab those and look to get a better vantage point.
Okay, using the binoculars, you can just make out a large, ashen-colored, pale woman, ashen-skinned woman with blue hair. She seems very tall and very muscular to be a human. She seems off. And then you see a ghoulish figure that is strumming away on a guitar. And just beyond them, a little ways back, you can't really make out the face, but you see somebody in a blue and red vest wearing a wedding dress or a white dress. And you see another figure wearing short shorts, flannel shirt, and a cowboy hat. Just a little ways off from them.
Which
And-
it is the same flannel that she has always had. So it's
And
just
do I have
like-
any spies that would be aware of Marcus?
The fucking ninja. You see nothing.
They did tell you that there was some dude, he would have described the guy and said that it from their intel, it did seem
I have
like one of
points
the
in-
guys that was with them, but they
I have
don't,
points and sneak. You don't see me.
yeah, he's done seen it. But other than that, like he went back to relay the information and round up people. So nobody saw him going, but you do definitely see the other four.
Could Marcus look towards the sound? Does he see the two dumbasses walking towards their immediate death, or does he not see that?
You see them.
Okay. Marcus would like to. I don't know if I have anything that's reflective. I don't know, a knife or maybe my
Oh,
scope. I don't know.
buckle, surely you're.
Oh, my fucking belt buckle. Yeah, goddamn.
Come on,
Just
now.
start humping the air, dude.
Marcus will begin thrusting in their general direction, trying to
Sam
trying to get the light off of that that
Yeah, we're
buckle
gonna
to
die.
get in their eyes, get in their eyes a little bit, get their attention.
Yeah, you're just like blinded by a light, and then you look over and you see.
Him thrusting.
Marcus thrusting.
And this is
Thrusting of
all
Marcus.
that basically Marcus sees.
Once
I love
And
her.
she's actually smiling, which
is
is
Ash
like,
is Ash looking his direction though?
yes.
Okay. Marcus will begin to make a throat gesture such as this, hoping that she gets that signal.
She just points in the direction.
Marcus will continue like shaking his head.
We're gonna die. It's okay.
He's gonna trying to get her to either head his direction or cancel her current path. Is the thrusting that he's
If Sugar is still going, she's still right next to him.
And can Peggy and I see Ash? Well, can you
Ash
see her?
she's like,
Okay.
It looks like she's maybe like jamming to the music or something, or she's
Okay.
flipping the air off. Like,
Ash is really getting
but you
into the
do
mood.
after you see her, you do see like some kind of like shiny light.
Yeah,
bit
because there
or
was just like this
something.
this thing that I do that I'm pointing in the direction, but it looks like I'm like throwing my hands in
Doing
the air.
that.
Yeah, and but you saw the shiny light, and then you kind of like you eventually see that there's a figure that's hidden, obscured, just barely. Not sure who it is, but
well, once I realized that
Yeah.
not paying attention to what I'm trying to tell him, Marcus will, with haste, begin continuing his path that he was taking, trying to, I guess at this point, instead of heading to the side so he didn't get run over by cars, he's going to try to head to the rear from a angle. Like, I don't want to just run straight up there and get my ass shot in the face. So gonna run around as fast as I can, sneakily, best I can sneakily. Marcus is a ninja.
Nope. Okay.
If it helps Marcus, because I don't want to lose that, he's going to take off the hat and keep that close. So that'll increase it. Yeah, exactly. You have no idea.
Where'd he go?
And if you do happen to see him, you're too mesmerized by the wind-blown hair to really do anything about it.
So glossy.
Or the
recently washed, so it's solidified. It looks good.
So as you stealth around, Marcus, and everyone else continues closer, but still in that 2x2 formation, you don't catch up or anything. Stay a little ways back.
Stay a little ways back enough that just to that way, if they get run over, we got a couple of feet before we could start running. I'm just kidding. That's not what Peggy's thinking. It's more for cover fire, but yes.
So Ash and Sugar, y'all get close enough to now you can make out that there are dozens of people. You can make out, you are starting to see, you can see these people. You're getting close enough to where you can see them. Back at the bus, Pharaoh Fox, you can see the two figures, and then the other two figures just a little ways off in the back.
Can I make out that Peggy's one of them?
You, now that they're this close, using your scope or the binoculars, you could definitely, you see you're immediately drawn to the person in the white dress, but from this distance, you're close enough, you're looking, you can see the facial features and the color hair, and then you're looking at the other one in the Daisy Dukes, and she's unmistakable. You've seen her and gazed into those eyes and seen that face for a very long time, you know her face. So.
Okay. Just another minute.
Okay. All right. They continue on and get closer. You can start to hear conversations. You can hear people talking now as you get closer. And then all of a sudden you hear this whistle sound out. The 4 cars begin to take off and surround the 4 of you. They come wide and back. The bus stays where it's at, but the 4 cars basically form a box around you, a little ways off. They're not too close, but they're definitely herding you in. You are now within earshot of Pharaoh Fox.
And I hold up and wave, and I'm holding a dead man's trigger.
Ash, you and Sugar would see this first. Peggy and Tipper, you can hear stuff, but you just making out what he's holding in his hand. He's holding something, but you're not really sure. But Ash and Sugar, you definitely see what he's holding.
Seeing him wave something, Peggy's just running up, starts sprinting right till she catches up with Ash and Sugar.
Tipper, do you follow?
Yeah, she just follows. She sees Peggy zoom, and she's like, "Oh, okay." So she just ran.
Ash will be ready to. Basically, she's gonna ready an action, but it's only going to occur when she's given a clear signal from either Peggy or Sugar.
Okay, and you will notice these 4 vehicles that have surrounded you. Some of the people that were inside of them have gotten out, and they do appear to be holding weapons, but they are not pointing them at you, and nobody is firing upon you. They are just basically poised around you.
Very important question. How far is Pharaoh, though?
Yes, that is also another question I was gonna ask.
One thing, just to know, he is a raider boss, so he does have immunity to certain things.
No one's immune to what anyway. How far?
I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know. I would say possibly.
Medium. What is it? Close, medium, long.
Range.
Yeah, but maybe 2 zones away. Well, no.
Long.
I would say long range. So yeah.
Okay.
Peggy will throw her hat on the ground, red hair flowing. It just dawned on me. I skipped out on our honeymoon.
Never too late.
Sugar will not stop playing.
And Marcus, you see these cards envelop your friends, and you see Peggy and Tipper running up to get up close to Ash and Sugar. Sugar continues to play, and you're kind of like they have not seen you apparently, and because the cards have not surrounded you or included you in this as you are making your way around. And Sugar, you continue to play, right?
So question, so when we run up, are we just like running up and now we're like standing in a line with Peggy like right in the middle? Like we run up and we're standing, is that how it looks?
Probably.
Ish.
What you got in your hand there?
Insurance policy.
What's yours is mine.
That's far enough. I get a little nervous and my thumb don't work like it used to. I'd hate to slip off this button and say goodbye to all of us.
And you do see the man before you. He is wearing those telltale like black denim jeans, I would assume, right? It was black. But the rest of his body, you can see bandages just all over the arms, over the fingers, over the head, over, but yeah, so you see the bandages are covering everything, basically.
Welcome to my town. What can I do for you?
Well, it seems like you have a little debt. It's owed.
Oh, I don't know. Seems like you took out pretty much a lot of me.
Yeah, but you took a whole lot of mine.
Yeah, I suppose I did.
Peggy, sorry, I don't want to interrupt this conversation, but who is this? Who are you?
This is Charlie. I mean, the Pharaoh.
Her husband.
Not for long, right?
Until death do us part.
Oh, God.
Please,
You seem
Peggy,
awful
give us a
nervous.
sign.
Hang on. You seem awful nervous there. It's
No,
quite the compliment coming from you.
not
Just for little old
nervous,
me?
just prepared. I know what it's like to seek vengeance, so
Oh, do tell.
yeah, maybe.
So why shouldn't I
you-
shoot you?
Well, if you did right now, we would all die. But I just figured we could talk for a minute. Then we can settle our debts. So, I was thinking, whenever they said you were here, it's not the first time I thought about you actually, but perhaps you are owed an explanation. If you're inclined.
Sure. Please explain to me why you ruined my life and killed my family.
Well, suffice to say that I don't think you and I are as different as you would want us to be. Are you here to kill me?
What do you think?
I think yes. And I think the reason you're here to kill me is because I killed your family.
That's a safe bet. You are a lot smarter than I thought you were.
So what if I said I killed your family because my family was killed? I would do anything to avenge my family, much in the same way you're doing right now.
So you killed a bunch of innocent people because you had innocent people killed?
Oh, were your hands completely clean getting here? Widow.
I just figured I'd clean house.
Yeah. I pulled the trigger, but I didn't hold the gun. That would be Saffron that did that.
Well, good news there on that one. I split her hand in half and shot her in the head.
Good riddance. You've changed a lot and strangely not changed at all. It's a unique characteristic.
Stubborn as hell. Always have been.
Quite. But I suppose that there is going to be no talking out of this.
Well, you still owe me an explanation. You said a bunch of people got killed, so you killed my family. I'm still trying to connect those dots.
Sure. I was promised my vengeance for work. Do someone else's bidding and then help me with my vengeance. So I did whatever was necessary. But come to find out, it's maybe not quite worth it, as you can see. And I never got my vengeance, so maybe you'll get yours though, and then you'll feel all better inside.
Probably not. But can't see why you should keep on living when my sisters didn't get to.
I'm not saying I should. I'm just saying, after all this time, you got to stop thinking about me.
I hadn't thought about you in a long time. I thought you were dead.
But then once you found out, you come a running.
I hate that smart ass. And Peggy's just like stomping. Because Peggy is still a fucking child.
Who are your friends?
Well, this is my new family.
Sure. It's quite surprising that I'm not the ugliest one here.
Excuse you?
The fellow there with the guitar. Oof.
One. Excuse you.
Oh, okay. So it's like that. At least you got a type.
Peggy, please sign.
Oh,
Yeah.
sugar got some.
Oh,
Waiting.
wait a minute.
Oh, I was waiting.
How quickly can I piss everyone off?
Sugar's gonna try to go turn it like it up really loud just for a moment and go into like a riff solo. And I want to get everyone's attention. I want everyone to just get eyes on me. Can I manage that?
Definitely.
Okay. If all eyes are on me, I have a very specific item that I had in my guitar case that is now missing. And there's a specific companion of mine that is also missing. And that companion is playing a very nice game of fetch delivery.
Oh.
And because that companion has a stealth boy. And that's all that happened. As far as I'm aware, no one will know what's happening yet. I just want to make sure it's been known that Sugar's planned this out.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. Okay. Don't blow up, lady. Oh my god. I'm so sad. Okay, it's fine. Okay. Thank you so much, NPC Voices, for the raid. We're getting emotional up in here. Things are getting tense. This is one of the final big boss battles. One of them. We have only a couple of episodes left of Vault, so thank you for tuning in. It's intense. Okay. I'm assuming you're talking about Lady. So Lady is stealthing.
Yep. And Lady is very agile because that's what her entire stat build is for. Lady is dropping off something and then approaching this ugly, mummified ancient toilet paper roll.
Okay, all right.
Shots fired.
What's wrong, Charlie? You jealous?
Not at all.
You're the one that said you'd thought about me more than once.
Yeah, I have. It was like I said, it was not necessarily entirely my intention to do what I did. I just did what needed to be done.
God,
I mean, there was
wish-
a reason I didn't shoot everyone there.
Well, I thank you for doing me the kindness of leaving me alive so I could grieve my entire family.
It sucks, don't it?
Yeah.
But look,
How you living with that one?
barely. Not as well off as you. With your family.
They're new.
Sure.
Can I ask you a question? Why do you have like all these cars surrounding us and everything? Just wondering, like, we're just walking through town. So you have your, why?
They're all strapped with explosives and I'm holding the trigger. And if I drop the trigger, they all go boom.
See, you and I have the same style. That's how I got Saffron too.
Yeah, it's something about these raiders are always willing to just blow up all of their employees. It's like a thing they do.
Yeah. What are the
Sign a
chances of you
contract.
dropping? What are the chances of you dropping that and not blowing us all up?
And in return,
We kill you quickly? Or is there something you're willing to barter with?
I mean, I'm bartering with this. What are you bringing to the table?
Your life? You're selfish enough. Surely you don't want to die yet.
Not that I don't want to die yet. I don't really care either way. But I don't want to be followed everywhere I go. So maybe we just have it out right here.
Yeah, but you got a little cheating ass, lazy.
Oh, you guys have some surprises, don't you? To burn back to where Marcus is.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, there's a wiry little gentleman back there who is now without his 10-gallon hat. And
I do want to know Ash has
Did you
her
notice that there
sledge.
is one person missing from their group that you heard was with them that you
and I
haven't
don't
told?
and I don't know if that's all. I've heard that there's 5, but I don't know that for certain.
Well,
Maybe you heard wrong.
Maybe I heard wrong. My ears
What were you
don't
saying,
work
Ash?
as well as they used to.
What ears?
What?
Precisely.
Ooh.
Ash, what were you saying?
Oh, no, I put it in chat. It's fine.
Okay.
It's my ready action still.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this fight's gonna be a lot less fun if you just blow everybody up.
For who?
For me,
Hmm.
you owe me that, at least,
do I?
right? You
Do I?
do. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Perhaps.
What happened to I'm always right? Sugar, take note.
That's true.
Marcus, please do a sneak agility test.
And also, out of curiosity, has it been how many turns? Would it be at least 3 turns that have passed in the last few moments?
I'm gonna use a luck point to re-roll one of the dice.
Go for it.
There's the crit that I'm gonna re-roll. The other one was a success.
You rolled a nat 20.
I did. Which is why I'm re-rolling.
What?
Re-rolling it. That's fair.
Yeah. I rolled a 9 on one, which was a success. I'm re-rolling the other one. 8. So 2 successes.
Okay.
Much better than that natural 20.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Also, please roll a endurance survival check, Marcus.
Jesus Christ, all right. Well, also good at I'm also good at the survival is a tag skill, so I might get a crit on it.
As Sugar strumming. So I'm quite curious. What exactly is the plan here? Do-do-do.
Well, if
We
we
don't
shoot him right
know.
now, we all die. If he pushes that button, we all die. And
My apologies for the
I'll tell ya.
miscommunication. Yes, sir. You do. Tell me
Yes,
what you got. Do.
I am going to get on this bus here and I'm going to drive away, and then I'm going to release this button and all of you from my life, and I will make my way towards the bus.
I wouldn't do
Marcus,
that if
stop.
I were you.
Marcus, as you're sneaking around, you do see in the sand, buried in the sand, a little metallic switch of sorts. Looks to be some kind of a pressure plate, and you almost step on it.
But I'm a ninja, so I don't.
If he starts to turn, Peggy will, aim a bullet specifically not at him, but right across his nose is like, don't you fucking dare.
Does Marcus, did he hear enough of this? Does he know that they surrounded by explosives?
Uh-huh. Oh
Okay.
yeah, you've heard all of it.
Just
And
mention-
now you've
he
actually
didn't.
seen one buried in the sand.
Oh, that's what
A
I know.
mine.
So I
A
know
little
this.
mine.
A mine.
This is not part of the trigger, but there's a landmine.
Okay, so he trapped the fucking asshole.
But yeah, no, bullet right across his nose, like, hey now.
Better shot than I thought.
I thought you'd have figured that out last time.
You had the element of surprise.
I've also had a lot of years of practice now.
Fair,
Now-
I've heard.
What can I say? Here's the thing. If I'm gonna die anyways, you bet your sweet, toasty little ass, I'm taking you out with me.
We got to go together then, right? Is that what you're saying?
If it's me or you or both of us, I prefer it to be a little more one-sided your direction, but
Sure.
seems like you're forcing my hand here.
I didn't make you come out here.
Yeah, but you had to know that if the minute she found out that you were still alive, that you were gonna be facing her at some point. I mean, she told us you killed her entire family,
I did.
and you're still standing here living and breathing.
Sure.
Mostly.
For the most. My hope was that she would be a better person than me and not dwell. But vengeance is hard to get over. So I understand why she's here.
So
But-
much talking.
Sure.
Well-
So I'm going to duck behind cover, not like run away, but just sort of get.
Not like run away, but I am going to
No.
turn tail and dive.
Yeah, I'm going to very manly seek
Sure.
cover.
Yeah.
Seeking cover behind the bus.
Yeah, well,
He's
yeah, I
got
guess
some
it's sort
raiders
of yeah.
lined up beside him too.
And then there's also between the bus and the raiders that are there, I'm going to get out of line of sight essentially. And
Might we make a deal? If you just get rid of that switch, we'll let you be on your way. And we'll see how this goes next time.
Peggy won't shoot you in the butt.
Actually, how about this? You and I need to have a talk.
I'm all not ears.
I figured. Peggy will hand her gun to Tipper and start walking towards Charlie, hands up.
This is the opposite of the sign. Sugar.
I don't know if this is a good idea.
And Sugars looks over and leans over to one of the guards. So what's the pay like?
Get whatever the hell we want. It's pretty good. Pretty good deal indeed.
You're gonna die today. Just know that.
And Peggy will come around to where she's in line of sight of
I'll
Charlie.
step through the I'll step through the line of raiders.
How is it that I'm
Okay.
supposed to forgive you?
I'm definitely not asking for forgiveness.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
trying to figure
don't-
out why I need to die.
No, you don't need to die. I just want to live just a little longer. I still have some things to do. Although, you've already done one of those things for me, so my list is a bit shorter. So, thank you for that.
Yeah, how about you tell me that list and we'll talk about it.
I gotta keep some things close to the chest.
What chest?
Fair enough. But some of it has to do with my own vengeance that has consumed me, as you can see. So I'd like to see that through. Then you can do what you want with me. But I need to leave here.
Now I need to know what was worth my family's life.
My family's life. I watched him get gunned down. And
Ditto.
I needed to find a way to exact my revenge. I was but a single person, right? Alone in the world. Not a soul to care for me. You found them. I was found by them.
Yeah. A couple people like yell out.
It's just a matter of luck, really. But our stories are very similar. The only difference is
I look a lot better.
fair. But my path of vengeance caused yours. And that was unforeseen. But my hope was not that you and I were going to try to kill me, but that it wouldn't necessarily consume you the way it did me.
To be fair, it hadn't. And then when I found out you were alive, I kind of found out from Saffron and it kind of pissed me off. And I tried to blow her up and they wouldn't let me. So I tracked her back down. Then I shot her in the head.
Sure. That helps. It does. She is part of the cause, both savior and the devil, as it were.
Mm-hmm. Killed her daddy too, but that was my buddy over there.
Also on my list, so appreciate that.
Anybody else? Because we might have done this already and you can just go.
No, I guess maybe. I have to compare notes to the widow.
Well,
That's
the rattlesnake.
self-proclaimed.
No, actually, it started out because a wedding dress thing, and I killed somebody, and they called me the widower because I was killing
makes
people.
sense.
Yeah, it was the thing. But no, really, if you need to know, with the Rangers are they're a whole new thing. Rattlesnake, they're gone. I think they took out some armadillos or some shit, and yeah, Saffron's real dead. So if that's it, we can end this right now.
So that's it. You kill
Only
everybody.
one, only one little hub of the armadillos. The armadillos are still, they're still out there. Just saying.
So that's it. You kill everybody and what? Live happily ever after?
Probably not. To be honest, I didn't have plans until these fuckers made me like them, and now I have a problem again.
Sure.
Because I was just going to go back home to my family after all this.
All right, I'll make you a deal.
But that's different. So.
You do me a favor, of which you do not owe me. And I'll give you what you want. Not quietly, but you can attempt it.
Like now or later?
Sure. At your leisure. But you must do my thing first.
Which is?
How do I put this? Going forward, you need to find your happiness. And I'll look over at Sugar. Whatever that may be. And my request is that after today, win, lose, or draw, all I ask is that you just never think of me again. Do not put any stake in your past. Just live in the future and in the present. Because it will eat you alive. Those are my times.
I hate it when you're right.
It happens a lot.
A lot less than you like to think.
Probably.
I got a question.
Sure.
What kind of racket you running around here?
Nothing special, actually. Kind of small potatoes. Just enough to get by. I have other plans, although you've checkmarked a bunch of my boxes, so.
What do y'all think?
Too much talking.
I like her.
I
don't like him.
Why not? What's wrong with? What is wrong with Sugar?
He's
He's
personal preference.
Tipper, do you say anything?
I mean, you came here with something you were going to do, and you were going to finish what you started. Can you live with not finishing what you started?
There's the bloodlust that we all know and love from Tipper.
Marcus, did you laugh out loud?
No.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Justin does. Justin does.
Okay.
Marcus
Hey,
probably
making
not.
sure.
Well, hey, Charlie, since I'm unarmed,
Sure.
will you come within arm's reach?
Sure.
Big is Charlie compared to Peggy. What's the height difference we're talking here?
Oh, Peggy's like 5'6".
Oh, gee.
Charlie, you're a little over.
I'm 6'5".
So actually taller than Ash.
Taller than Ash.
All my characters.
Not
are
as
my height.
muscular.
That's true. That's fair.
Not as muscular.
Okay.
As
100%
soon as Charlie is within like arm's reach, like Peggy like jumps up and like smacks him.
I
That was the
deserve
sign. That was the sign, right?
Was that sign?
No, wait.
That was. I don't believe that was the.
Roll initiative. Just kidding.
Sugar, say anything, because if not,
You see her hands.
That would be
Cake or
that would be the
waffles?
sign for Ash.
Pancakes or waffles?
because if
You
if
owed
no
me
one
that.
says anything,
That's the sign for
you're
Ash.
about to do
Ash.
something.
We
Stop
probably
it.
should stand by. He still has that explosive.
Ash will
In the
survive. Don't worry
middle
about
of
Ash.
this-
Do it. Do it, Ash. You'll survive.
You owed me that, and you know it.
100%.
Now, here's my counter offer. We will walk away. Because I'm fucking sick of being something that I'm not supposed to. I know. When you took that day, I thought I had nothing left. And I thought there was no point in living anymore. And I know you know how that feels. And Peggy will turn back and look at Ash and Sugar and Tipper because Marcus is somewhere beautifully flowing in the wind. And she just kind of looks and like looks back at them, makes eye contact with Sugar, and looks back. I was wrong.
You gotta
But-
be kidding me.
I thought you wanted a divorce.
That is a thing. I kind of figured that's probably obvious at this point, right?
Yeah, that
But I did-
seems fair.
And I promise I will not think of you ever again. And here's my counter. And she like gets like real close as much as she can at an angle. You will fucking think of me every day in the pain and fucking suffering that you caused on somebody else.
I already do that.
For once, I think I'd rather you live with yourself, friend.
But do the other people have to live?
I was gonna say, can Ash just beat you
Solid
up
question.
just to make her feel better, please?
Or
Do you have an expendable? I mean, she's had a hell of a day.
I'm gonna get on the bus and y'all can do whatever the hell y'all want.
Yeah, about that dead man.
Can I have
though?
Can I have one more? Can I have one more swing?
Boss.
At my face? At this point, my
mean-
jaw might fall off.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's true.
does it hurt if I?
Did he used to
Does
be
it still hurt?
handsome?
Quite the looker I once was, yes.
I wasn't. I had good taste. I
uh,
Had,
guess.
for sure.
Okay, now you don't even know.
Boss, you wouldn't leave us.
Okay,
it's-
don't
It was
fine.
a joke. It was a joke.
It wasn't a
Does
joke.
it-
He will abandon you as soon as he feels comfortable to do so.
Does it still hurt if I kick
Shut
you
up.
between the legs?
Yeah, it will.
Can I do that instead?
No, just hit my face. It's fine.
Okay, she just jumps up and just like hauls off, like smack.
You don't have any unarmed. There's no point in rolling damage because you don't have.
Does
I got
skin
it.
come off? Does skin come off with it though?
You feel the padding of the bandage, but you do feel that like crunch of damaged skin underneath.
It's no different than when I get hit.
This one just has padding. So.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Also, just so you know, they're famous. So
Hey, to each their own.
Now, if you could release that button, that might kill us all. or
Yeah, would you
technically
mind-
Not release, just turn it off.
Should
Just-
we back away, perhaps?
yep.
I have a question for you, Mr. Sue.
That's
Uh,
correct. That could be a fun counter. What if you change your last name to Sue?
For
I
James.
would, but we're getting divorced.
Valid.
Yes, you. In the
Has your
dress.
opinion?
She's
Sorry, my name is-
wearing, She's got my dress. Yeah, that's the thing.
Mm.
This is her. Has your little opinion of revenge changed since you just killed her whole family? Do you no longer feel like you need to get revenge? Like, are you going to look in the mirror a day from now and decide that you're going to hunt us down and kill us all one by one?
I have no reason to hunt you down.
Do.
Have you looked in a mirror lately? That's nothing. I mean, you didn't mean it that way. I just meant it like in.
Sure.
Okay, I'll
sure.
just I'll dance instead.
This was well earned.
Underestimated me, as I recall.
It's fair.
Now you also have to promise me that y'all aren't gonna pursue us.
They all listen to me. They won't. Scouts on.
How big is this
Oh.
army that he runs?
Well, the ones that are currently surrounding you, there's about 3 people to each car. So there's 4 cars. So there's about 12 raiders surrounding you, plus the additional. There's about you can't tell how many are in the bus, but there are still a few in the bus. And there's about 4 on each side of the bus with him as well. So over 20, like 25-ish, maybe. And that's just what's here with you.
Maybe we can have a confab real quick and then can we just, I don't know. Maybe.
I say we just let him go on his way, so we can go on and part today.
Never mind. I do like him.
Okay.
Again, good taste. I'm always right. You should never doubt me. You should have learned that already. And at one point, you agreed to that shit.
Fair.
Now, Scout's honor, shake on it. You're not going to fuck up this whole agreement here. Tries her damnedest with her really strong strength score.
Are you doing like the
like?
You can see that some of the fingers are shorter in places. Like some of the fingers have been burnt off completely. But so there's like a couple nubs, but some of them are still long and slender underneath the bandages.
The bandages make my hands look stubby.
So are we still being held hostage by these
I was
explosives?
now I need you to actually how about we walk away first? Because you're holding, like, you could drive off and blow us up.
Fair.
We walk backwards?
I'm going to turn to Knox. Is there a particular path they should take?
Like
To avoid.
Yeah, we kind of marked some little squiggle, like snake looking type paths where it was safe, just in case, so none of us would go boom. Yeah, there's some, and he kind of like points in between cars 2 and 3. Just over there, you can see, looks like snake, this sidewinder looking paths in the sand. Couple
I'd
rocks.
go that way.
So are we free to go, or what's going on?
Let's go. Goodbye, Charlie.
Goodbye.
Name's Charlie, sir.
Shut up.
Yep, his name is Charlie. Spread the word.
That's Peggy. That's my wife.
So we're good to go.
Yes, sir.
Feisty one there you got.
If I can add a favor myself.
Yes.
Mr. Pharaoh, would you do me the favor of when you drive off, just play one of my songs? I have if I may, reaching for a vest pocket, one of them on tape recording, ready to play. Speaker built in.
Sure.
Do I hand it to one of you guys? Can I come over and bring it to you? Just want to avoid being blown up.
Just hand it to the closest one there.
Yeah, Nux would come up and got it.
Okay. So
What happened to you, man?
I mean, we're in a wasteland full of nuclear radiation. What kind of question is that? Just make sure you play it on your way wherever you're going. And the more people hear about sugar sweet music, the more opportunities I get in the wasteland.
Really? You're seriously going to start promoting yourself right now?
Well, if he's a man of his word, he'll play the song, and if more people know what I'm up to.
Of
Seems
course.
fair.
I can't get away from you fuckers with all y'all's egos as Peggy is like backing away.
So we're gonna follow the squiggly line and make our way out.
Avoid the squiggly. Yeah,
Avoid the squiggle.
No.
And Sugar's like, so
As-
we're walking.
Yeah, as they walk away, Peggy will we'll look back at least one more time. And then
Zipper still has Peggy's gun. And so she's like just backing away. Rivers still has the gun trained on Charlie.
until they back away out of the circle. And Peggy, as soon as she turns her back, is just like crying the whole way that they're walking away.
Are we walking away? Like, she's gonna stop. Like, so are you guys gonna leave too? Because like, I don't want to get shot in the back.
They'll be leaving.
Come on, boss. Like, we just take out like a couple of them. We
Get
ain't
in the
gotta kill your
car.
wife.
Yeah, Peggy, can I take out a couple of them?
It's okay.
That's gonna start a war. Are we ready to take on
No,
this
don't
whole
worry about it.
place?
The first
Pharaoh.
ever board war.
Pharaoh, if you just play the song, it'll keep your guys calm. Trust me, that's the whole point of that song.
Also, not to mention, if you start shit
Music
with
was
Ash,
pretty good, sir.
Ash will literally break your skull with her thighs, and not in a fun way.
It's what I do best.
Yes, she does. I mean,
So Marcus, you hear all this conversation and you see everybody starting to back away and you're just like on the other side of the bus.
Wait a minute, before we go, I have to ask one more question. And Tipper sort of walks forward, still with Peggy's gun.
When you say that, Tipper, just out of
What?
Charlie hasn't played the song yet, right?
no.
No.
Okay, carry on.
No, he's still outside the bus.
Have you seen anyone anywhere with long, flowing, beautiful hair? He's kind of muscular. He's kind of if he has any, he might already be dead. But I'm just double checking. Never mind. Thank you.
Actually, hang on. I got one more question. So just to be clear, you did actually
Oh
care
my
about me back in the
God.
day.
Oh. Make it stop. Make it stop.
Yeah, you could say that. I certainly wouldn't have wished that to happen, but it sort of had to happen.
I just wanted to be clear for my ego, and I had to hear you say it. Okay. This is like dipping out again. Cowboy hat back on. Notably, her father's hat.
Any
is-
more questions?
No.
Great, so I don't get to punch somebody's skull wide open. Great.
We'll try another. I didn't want us to all get blown up. I like you fuckers. I didn't want y'all to die.
Who said we were gonna die?
I mean, if he blew us all
Where?
he blew us all the hell up.
And as
Marcus
we're-
is probably washing his damn hair.
As we're like departing ish, I'll go. If I could see the guy I spoke to earlier saying you're gonna die, I'm like, but if you don't want to die, by the way, you know, I will always willing to hire roadies, and then we'll keep walking.
Are they out of eyesight? Oh, where's Marcus?
You don't know. You don't fucking know. That's the whole point of being a ninja.
What are you doing? Where is he? You guys, we can't just leave him. What if somebody kidnapped him? What if they have him
He'll
like
be
hostage?
fine. He's Marcus. He's fine.
What if he's hostage or something?
He's
What if
probably
hostage.
he probably fucking washing his hair somewhere. Do you
That's
think
true.
I'm not disappointed? I wanted to shoot people in the face, and instead I grew a damn conscience. I don't want to
Are
hear
you
about
sure
it.
about this? There's no going back if you don't take care
Oh,
of this right now.
There's definitely going back. I mean,
We're like kind of far-ish away, not far away, but we're not within like immediate earshot of, right?
No.
There's
Sure,
def-
sure,
there's
over Peggy.
definitely-
Y'all are whisper like
Yeah.
like
Those are probably outside the cars by now at this point.
Hey, Peg, just to clarify, you don't want him dead.
I mean, I'm not allowed to kill him.
Okay. So Sugar just keeps walking.
But
Drama.
wait a sec, you said that in a way. You did something, didn't you?
Do, 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 da, 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 da. Do, 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 do. And that's all Sugar does is play that rhythm.
Sugar.
What's up? My music's pretty nice.
Yeah, I don't know if remember I told y'all I didn't know if I could kill him.
Mm-hmm. Let's just keep going.
Okay.
But
I
what
guess
if
we're just gonna forget about it.
you did something, didn't you? Did something, sugar, you did something. It's like Peggy is walking.
It's okay. It sounds like I got at least one fan in that group, so there's no way they're not gonna play my song.
But I mean, they're gonna die, aren't they?
No guarantees, most likely. Definitely.
But there's still people in the town, right? Or at least they're people.
I mean, I
You
I
can
kinda
hit a
want
few
it-
people.
I kind of want him dead, but I kind of feel bad if he's dead because of that conversation.
You should probably be very clear what you want now, because in the next 10 minutes, it may be too late.
Too late for what, sugar?
Well,
I just don't know if I'll feel guilty if he's dead after I told him I wouldn't kill him. I mean, I'm not breaking my promise, but
we're too far now. It'll look real awkward if I ask for my music back.
I don't know what Peggy has a conscience now.
Okay, roll for it. She has to roll for it.
Peggy stops and just turns back and starts running.
Toward Charlie.
Yep.
Do you want me to stop her? 'Cause
She just throws the
can
gun
just-
at Peggy. There, I don't know what she's doing, so Trevor just throws the gun at her.
She's
A
charging
bunch
at them
of- you
with
see
a gun
bunch of
now.
Charlie's people, a bunch of Charlie's people start like see you running, and they like raise their weapons up. Like,
Did she catch the gun from Tipper?
I did not.
You don't know what's going on.
and as you start running back, Nux has already made his way into the bus and has loaded the tape into the player. Charlie,
Do you have an intelligence score of 2? Jesus.
he's curious. He
Yeah.
liked the music, so
I definitely would have told him not to do that,
You can
but-
No, the
see
tape
him.
is safe. Like, if
he-
anyone checks it, the tape is safe. Like, not even like
Yeah.
Knox would be like, oh, you can even look through it. It's like, it's a perfect.
Yeah, it looks like a normal cassette tape, but he's like going to load the tape into the player. Charlie's still on the outside of the bus, I would assume. A couple of the other ones are starting to get into the bus. Marcus, are you hiding under the bus or like in front? Like,
Nah, I used my ninja skills to get onto the bus.
oh, God.
Oh, jeez. Play the tape. Play the tape. Play it. Hurry up.
What are you doing?
Unintended consequences.
Peggy's
no.
running.
Oh,
I should
You're
not
like
be
Fallout
laughing this
Mr.
hard.
Bean.
I
Like, what
should
is
not.
happening?
So Charlie would see. I mean, if he hadn't gotten the bus, he sees Peggy running.
Looks
Yes.
getting on the bus, getting ready to load it up.
Does he load it up? I
The
don't
tape.
know.
I think the tape is already about to play. Is where we're
Yeah,
at right now.
he's put it in there, and he's pushing play, and you can hear some static. You hear static.
You see Charlie.
Marcus, you can peek out of the, like, if you were on the back of the bus, you can peek out and you see Peggy running towards the bus, hands waving up. Charlie's on the outside of the bus, and you hear the music start to slowly play after the static comes. So Peggy, you're running to the bus. Charlie, you see her. Marcus, you see her from out like the window of the bus.
Oh, I don't.
Do you scream anything?
I'm ducked down low. I'm not.
I'm stalking. I'm walking towards her if she's coming back.
Marcus, on the inside of the bus, you can hear some familiar chords start to play.
Sure.
Bus.
Sugar.
I mean, you were running that way, and Sugar
Yeah, Sugar
was
is
so.
just- yeah.
You actually didn't tell Sugar what your plan
Nope.
was, so Sugar has no idea if
Yeah.
you're trying to stop it.
Yeah,
or-
we don't know. None of us know what's going on.
Peggy didn't know either. She was just like, "Oh shit!"
And I asked Sugar, should I stop her? And there was nothing. So
You hear Peggy yell, "Stop!" As she's
Yeah, so we're
running
going,
at some
"What?"
point.
So yeah, you are running full force, as fast as you can, waving your arms. Charlie, you see Peggy running towards you. The music, Sugar Cyrus's music, is playing on the inside of this bus, and there is a big you can hear something like mechanical whirring, and you can just all of a sudden you see the bus start to like there's an instant shutter of the bus, and it starts to light up and explode before your eyes, and everything flashes before you. And that is where we were ending tonight's session. I'm so sorry.
Literally like this.
What?
Everything lights up, and that is where we are ending tonight.
Oh
Excuse
my
me.
God.
Excuse me, Sugar.
Who had
You have some
Sugar
splaining
being
to
the
do.
bad guy in this episode?
Sugar
Oh
blows
my
somebody up, though.
God.
This is
Excuse
now,
me.
this is 2 or 3 times.
Sugar is actually very explosively driven.
Yep.
Sure.
Wait, but the real question is that the sign?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, at that
Marcus, why
point,
did you get on the bus?
At that point, Peggy was like, "Oh no!" Like Peggy grew a conscience and was like, "No, maybe he like should just live with the
Lord.
suffering, like we discussed." And
All you had to do was tell Sugar,
Peggy's
like,
grown
no,
up.
let him live. And Sugar
I didn't
would have been
expect
like,
Marcus to be on the. Oh God.
well, Peggy didn't fucking.
What is he
think it
doing?
I thought he was ninjing, like
He's
just to be
dying
like
now.
behind a vehicle
He's doing something
somewhere.
over there.
And the
over
shitty
there.
thing is that Charlie is walking towards Peggy away from the bus.
Lord, Lord.
mm-hmm.
So,
Her plan didn't work.
thank you.
My
Thank
plan
you all
was
for tuning
working.
in tonight.
Our plan worked.
Yeah. Thank you all for tuning in tonight for Vault. You can catch us back next Monday at 6:30 p.m. to see who survives. So yeah, 6:30 p.m. Pacific here at the Initiative Order. My name's April Hill. You can find me at stiletto_assassin on Instagram and stiletto DM on Twitter. And I have a feeling that there's going to be somebody that's very upset if Marcus dies because you're like.
Let me
one of
also
their
clarify,
favorites.
this is not Peggy's fault, because if we had walked away and Peggy had decided to just let it blow, which ended up happening anyways, nobody knew Marcus was on that bus.
Yeah, good fork's not going to see it that way. So we'll see what happens.
Live by the ninja, die by the ninja.
Right?
That's a fact.
I was looking for you, Marcus.
All right, let's send off with, of course, our special guest tonight, Ronan. Thank you so much for returning, playing this character. You had a redemption moment, so I just possibly, yeah, you do have a heart. It's shriveled and burned and charred now, but it's there. So
Roasty toasty Ronan.
yes. So take it away.
First,
That's it. That's all of
The
it. I
first
don't have
ugly
any socials or
character.
anything. Yeah, this is the first ugly character I've played, but he has dashing eyes. So there's that. And then on Tuesday, every other Tuesday, you can find me on the Red Hair Inn, their Twitch channel for Ecrium Expeditions, where I play a beautiful wizard. That's it.
The long flowing hair.
Flowing hair.
Long flowing hair, and he's also 6'5". So that's all my characters.
There's a trend.
Yes. All right, Ash.
Wow. I'm at a loss for words for today's episode, but you can I don't even know what my name is. It's Utahime, and I'm really glad all you guys tuned in for the craziness. And if you want to catch me on the social of the medias, please be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and also here on Twitch at Utahime Cosplay or Brianna DeCosta on Twitter. And just like the King of West Virginia said, you can catch some of us on the Red Hair Inn for Ecrium, the Ecrium Expeditions at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern, I think. And that's every other Tuesday. This Wednesday, you can catch me on the continuation of Tayar on Nat_D'Angelo's channel for D&D political intrigue. And also, too, you can catch me this Tuesday and this Thursday on my own channel for some gaming fun. And yeah, I'm still trying to wrap my brain around what's going down. So yeah. Yeah. It's been real.
Yep. It's something. Widow?
Hi, I'm not a
Peggy?
widow.
I mean, you might be now.
Maybe. What a time for Peggy to try to grow a conscience and be a better person. Anyways, I'm Taryn Hackett, also known as Velroop, because I forgot my name briefly as well, but I'm an eldritch entity and I should be feeding off of this misery, but instead I am both shattered because I felt too guilty to kill Ronan and because we blew up Marcus probably.
See, there was consequences for not finishing what we started.
Well, even if we had, because he was gonna blow us up. Peggy wasn't gonna let him.
We don't know that. I had a plan, but
Aw, man.
Anyways,
we had 4 different plans going on here.
Anyways,
All your plans were walk up to him.
Yeah,
No.
100%. They all involved.
No, actually,
I'm gonna
no.
sneak around and get
Sugar had a
myself
plan.
killed.
No, I had another plan, but that's fine.
Me and Ash had something going, maybe.
anyways,
Communication is
I'm
not
also-
our good suit. Just put that
No,
out
it's not. And I'm a dice maker under the moniker of Umbral Oculus Dice. That's _dice on the Instagram. Link in bio for my Ko-fi as well, where you can see my shop. If you would like 10% off in my shop right now, you can put in the discount code initiative at checkout for 10% off of full sets, because I am a proud sponsor of the Initiative Order. And in the meantime, I'm going to have a hard time going to bed because, again, I felt too guilty to kill Ronan.
She's a heart, a little one.
Oh,
3 times this.
I blame the fact that we haven't been able to play video games. But go ahead.
And Charlie's very charming. He was very charming. Like, he didn't come across like the a-hole we thought he was gonna be. He came
He
across
never-
like
He
We
called me
all-
ugly. He's an a-hole.
He never does.
And what did I say?
That was
Too
just
much
running into
talking.
casual.
See, Ash's old rules came into play. Too much talking.
this is
Gets you
true.
in trouble.
All right, the most explosive ghoul in the wasteland.
Listen, okay, hey,
You might have just killed the party for a second.
I don't know what to say.
But
Sugar's
hey,
who I play, but you can call me Jay. Casual. Find me on all social media at just2casual and casual creativity over on Twitch. I'm a variety streamer, storyteller, entertainer, writer, and creating all kinds of entertainment that'll last from this lifetime to the next. You're welcome and everything about that. I'm writing my own anime-inspired TTRPG, Deep Breath, where it's the old world of magic meets the new world of technology. Everything from fantasy, urban fantasy, and even a little bit of sci-fi with Cowboy Bebop inspirations and similar aspects. We're entering the playtest phase, so if you follow me on social media at Deep Breath RPG on Twitter and Instagram, and our website, deepbreathrpg.com, you can get all the updates on that to join the playtest experience as we get closer to launch for the Kickstarter at the end of March. That's all I really got. I'm on Grim Expeditions. I've got a lot of campaigns coming up in February because my birthday's in like 2 weeks, which is really gross.
What? How old are you?
I'm like 12.
And,
Yeah,
and
baby.
Utaime's birthday's coming up too.
Baby.
Oh yeah.
So-
Really?
Yes,
All these birthday people.
February is the best
birthday
month, and
it
you can't-
is. It
that's
really
just
is.
a fact.
It really
That's
is.
science.
And then Justin's birthday is coming up.
Ooh.
What?
Oh wait, or just
Everybody's
no, you just
Ash.
had your birthday.
Happy birthday, my explosive friend.
Oh,
Happy birthday.
It was an explosive one.
I'm gonna move along because I had a plan, and then Marcus walked into my plan.
Yeah,
None of our
it's
plans
Eddie's
work.
birthday. So many
None of
February.
our plans work.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Okay, the new roasty toasty party member, Marcus
We have
Cole.
two Burning Man.
My
What
name
the
is
hell?
my name is Justin. I used to play Marcus Cole. It's been fun,
Oh,
good. but tune in next week to see if it's true
Marcus is a ghoul.
that satisfaction brings the cat back. We'll see. But I don't think so. I think Marcus is dead. So.
Just ask Charlie if he has spare bandages.
Hey, it's the
If
new.
he loses his hair, he's done anyway. So
It
doesn't
brings
matter.
new meaning to Burning Man, right?
Yeah.
Not my fault. Not my fault.
What if that's the
I didn't know you entered.